this is Amy with Amy Katz Colors. In today's video, I am going to share a Dollar Tree coloring supply haul. And I made up a little challenge for myself whereby I am going to attempt to color everything on a page with completely using nothing but Dollar Tree supplies. So I thought it would be fun. I love Dollar Tree for certain things. A couple years ago, I discovered Dollar Tree Crafts on YouTube, and it's something I still really enjoy watching. And it's a series of content creators who basically haul some craft supplies from Dollar Tree or inexpensive craft items and transform them into something really cool. And I've actually made some of those myself, but I really enjoy that. I like, kind of the whole idea of finding something relatively inexpensive and doing something fun with it. In terms of coloring, I'll get into that after the haul, but I'll spend a few minutes talking about, what you can find typically at a Dollar Tree or an inexpensive convenience store near you. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you what I was able to accomplish with nothing but Dollar Tree coloring supplies, including the coloring book itself. And what I think I'll do is I will color in the Dollar Tree coloring book with all Dollar Tree coloring supplies, and then I will also use the supplies in like a more fancy book with maybe a higher quality paper or fancy paper, and we'll see what that does as well. So come along with me. We'll do some shopping at Dollar Tree. I'll share my haul, and then we'll see if I'm up to the challenge of using just only Dollar Tree supplies. So first we're going to start with the haul portion of the video, and I'll show you what I've got. So the first item that I have are the Jot Writing Gel Pens, pack of 4, 0.7 millimeter. There's 4 colors here. Smooth writing, metal tip. And what I noticed that is I think they have a couple of different combinations or packages that you can get in this series at the Dollar Tree. The next item I'm going to be using are these Crafter Square glitter glues. They come in several colors here. This is 10 pieces for $1.25. I should say, it's the Dollar Tree, but everything now, at least for us in the US at the Dollar Tree, everything is about $1.25. All right, then I will also use these markers that are the Jot Activity brand, fine line assorted colors. It looks like there's 20 different colors, and they're pretty thin. They're pretty small, but we'll see how that does. In terms of colored pencils, there's not a whole lot of variety at the dollar store, but there is this 12 count of colored pencils from Liquimark. I'm also going to use these gel pens from Jot. Now they look like a dupe for, and I'm sure somebody's already talked about this, for the Jelly Roller. They look just like the Jelly Rollers, very similar to it in their sparkle. So I'm anxious to see how these do. They're super glitter, 1 millimeter, 8 different colors. I'm excited to see if this will be a good option as just a supply to get, an inexpensive supply. One last item that I picked up before I get to the coloring book that I chose, and this is Crafter Square Metallic Marker. 1.2 millimeter point, and this is gold. They also had silver. I think they had a couple is gold and silver, but there was I think a few different things to choose from, and I was like, let me just try the gold one for now. And then sometimes our Dollar Tree has a pretty good variety of adult coloring books, but this time that I went in, they really didn't. It looked like there were 3 main ones, and I'm going to pop up some video and some images from our Dollar Tree. Inspiring Color Design was the one that I chose to go ahead and get, just to test how all the supplies did in the Dollar Tree. With this book, it's from Designer Series, well, Kappa Adult Coloring Book, and we'll see how it does. This one, just in terms of the images that were in here, it appealed to me more than the others that were there, but it's extremely thin, like thinner than Amazon paper, I think. Very delicate pages. We'll have to be very careful. It'll be really interesting to see like if the markers bleed through on this or the metallic pen. So I'm going to attempt to color one of the pages in here. And they're very different things. Some of them have quite a bit of detail. So, and it's a small book. Most of these books are not very large. So that's the coloring book that I chose from the Dollar Tree. And then there is actually one other item that I got. It's not really a supply. It does pertain to coloring. And those are these sticker note flags in the rainbow colors. And these are page markers that are a good, I think, inexpensive option. And I don't know that there's a whole lot of them per stack. It says 400 count. So there's 400 of these. I think, you know, as a colorist on YouTube, being able to mark your pages for completed pages or whips or things that you're interested in coloring, buddy colors, challenges, hashtags, like we all probably go through a lot of these page markers. This is a really good pickup, I think, from the Dollar Tree. All right, so those are the supplies that I picked up for coloring from the Dollar Tree, and I think while I proceed to open up the supplies and start to test them out, I'm just gonna make a few comments about, you know, the selection at Dollar Tree. So I think if you're on a budget and you're in a pinch, definitely there's a good variety of supplies that are at the Dollar Tree. If you are starting to, you know, look at building your collection, though, I do think when you're looking across these items, you'll note that there's not, the quantity of them is low. So, you know, I did have 20 different color markers, but 12 pencils. I didn't buy, so they do carry some name brand items at the Dollar Tree. There's Crayola crayons. There are Super Tips. I own all of that, so I didn't feel the need to test that out or to try it because I have Crayola. Crayola works very well. I think what you can purchase from Dollar Tree is, and I'll go back to the video, it'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think an 8-pack set of crowns and then maybe like a 5-pack of the Super Tips. So it's not a lot of them. So quite honestly, if your intent is just to start your collection with some budget-friendly color pencils, there's a lot of content out there already on YouTube, a lot of other videos comparing the different sets of color pencils. There's other places that you can go, and Amazon is probably one of the best ways to purchase that. If you're looking to start maybe with like a 36, 72, 100 set of colored pencils, you're not going to get the number of colors, right, that you would want just from going to the Dollar Tree. Again, I kind of just did this as a fun little challenge. I wanted to test out some things, you know, having another place to go to for maybe just some gel pens or a metallic marker. Like this could be a good option. The other thing to think about is, and I don't know if you'd ever be in this situation, but if it just so happened that you were somewhere, maybe you couldn't travel with your supplies for some reason, or maybe you couldn't bring them, or maybe you forgot them. Like it's maybe this isn't the option that you have is going into a dollar store and just kind of looking around and getting a quick fix to scratch your itch for coloring. Because in total, with the coloring book and the page markers, I spent just over $10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so like 10, just under $10. So that's not bad. Yeah, with tax. So that's not bad at all. So I'm gonna start to open these things. And I just like this idea of, checking out the Dollar Tree. One of the other main reasons why I wanted to go into the Dollar Tree is that we just got a new Dollar Tree. The one that I usually go to is a little bit further out, not by much at all. I mean, we're talking like 5-minute drive. The new one is bigger and actually closer to where I live, so it's pretty nice. So I was excited to go looking. Like I said, I do go to Dollar Tree quite a bit, especially for like gift wrap, gift bags, party supplies. There's a lot of things like that. I really enjoy going to Dollar Tree for some inexpensive things. I think some organizational things, like they've got a lot of good plastic organizers and stuff like that if you're looking for those types of items. Now, this was filmed in July. They're already stocking for back to school. So some of the craft items and coloring items and pens, pencils, they were actually kind of categorized under back to school, but quite a bit of things. And like I said, if you go, they always kind of change. If you have the store or something like it near you, I find that the inventory kind of rotates to different things, right? Like the supplies somewhat change. The books definitely change in terms of what kind of coloring books they have. I might just start with this one as a test page. And they're not, excuse me, they are double-sided. So we're gonna know pretty quickly if there's some bleeding through the page as an issue. So, all right, these are pre-sharpened pencils. And so doing this challenge reminded me of something. I don't know how many adults out there are still doing this. I do this on occasion. You go to a restaurant, and if you're a child, you're offered sometimes, a lot of restaurants, at least in the US, either like a little coloring page, a coloring book, and then like a set of crowns, and it's like 3 crowns or 4 crowns. And they're not usually good quality, but what I'm doing right now kind of reminds me of that, because on occasion I will ask. It's not going to be offered when you don't have a child. I mean, I have children, but they're older. I'm not going to personally be offered some crayons and coloring, but sometimes I'll ask, and it's hard to color things when you only have like 3 or 4 colors. But do you also remember that on the internet there was the 3-color challenge, where you would like pick 3 colors blind and then have to color? I did that quite a few times. I want to say it was kind of around during the pandemic. A few years ago, but that was fun. Okay, I can already tell. Now I'm coloring something that doesn't even make sense. This is it looks like a hot pink. So it is not very pigmented. I am not applying a lot of pressure here. Now I am, and it looks like it's not laying down. And now I'm pushing pretty hard, and it's starting to pill. The paper is starting to pill because, like I told you, this paper is extremely thin. So it's damaging the paper now. I'm pressing kind of hard. It's actually not giving that much more pigment when I do that. So we'll do, this is the inside cover. It's not all that bad when you look at it. There. It's medium pressure. Oh, one of my tips already broke. All right, so that was a colored pencil. I'm gonna do like one more color just for kicks. I'll do this pretty blue color. It's not so, I mean, it's not bad. It's not as bad as I was thinking it was gonna be. It's about medium pressure. Right there. All right, hard pressure damages the paper, pills the paper, doesn't give you a lot of additional pigment, but it definitely damages the paper if you press into it at all. Let's see what the light, like if you do barely any pressure, you can hardly even see it. So, all right, those are the pencils. Just brief. All right, let's take a look at the gel roller. Okay, this is like a pen. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I don't even know how well you can see this. Oh, that's actually really pretty. I wonder if you can see that at all. Here, not even in the frame all the way. This is probably not the best book or page to have chosen. This is going down, this glides really smooth. I mean, just like a gel pen would. Oh, this is gorgeous. That's really pretty. I mean, that is amazing. A lot of sparkle, not difficult to use at all. That is maybe even better than a jelly roll. So it is bleeding through. The pencil's fine. This gel roller is bleeding through. So bleeds through, gorgeous, a lot of sparkle. These have a lot of promise. I guess my main question would be, you know, how long are they actually gonna last? So this is $1.25 for 4. You know, maybe. That'll be interesting to figure out because, I mean, maybe as inexpensive as they are, maybe it doesn't matter as long as they last, you know, enough. Like, look at how pretty that is. I'm sure someone's already discovered this. That's fine. So I would definitely get these. Let's see if they're dry. You probably have to wait a bit, is my guess. But that is really pretty. Now that's not as blue. I don't know if you saw that there. That's not as blue as when it first came out. So it went down blue and now it's silver. And you can hardly see that there was blue there. But the silver is really pretty. And that bled through. The silver, so it's definitely silver. The blue went away. All right, I'm interested now. I want to try all 4 colors. So that looks purple. Again, beautiful. I really hope these last a little bit, you know, long enough that you feel like, you know, it's worth it. Let's see if the same thing is happening here. The gold stayed gold. I mean, that is gold. That's a little hint of blue, not much. This one looks like it might also be doing the same thing. So it looks like the glitter is separating from the ink and the glitter is just staying on top of the color. So that's what this looks like to me. And which makes sense because this is probably, if I had to guess, this is gold glitter on top of a gold color ink. Whereas this is silver mixed in with the ink. So, and you can still tell that this was purple, perhaps. Not as much as this. But very glittery nonetheless. All right, let's try the pink. Again, it's pink with flecks of silver glitter. It definitely goes down gorgeous. Okay, it looks like the same thing is happening. Yeah. So the pink kind of goes towards the bottom, and this is a silver glitter. So that's most of what you see. Now I will say, so like at an angle, you can tell, you can see the colors. So it's not bad. It's not, I mean, it's not terrible. If I'm looking at an angle, you can definitely see the color. Maybe it was just the way that I was looking at it. So these are actually not, these are great. So if I find that these last me a bit, it'll totally be worth buying the pack, even just for the gold alone, as a good dupe for any kind of glittery gel pen. So these are the gel rollers. I'm pretty impressed with those so far. All right, next let's go to these markers, and these are just it says washable fine line markers, and this is the Dollar Tree brand. Let's go with red. Let's start with you, little birdie. Now, I've tried a lot of cheap markers from growing up just because, you know, in a lot of children's activity packs or arts and crafts kits, they usually have these cheap markers like this where they run out really quickly. They dry up really quickly, they run out. Now, because this paper's so thin, I'm not seeing streaking like I expected, but I fully expect this to have bled through to the other side. So we'll see that in a minute. So again, that's why I'm also going to take all these supplies, and I think what I'm going to do is color in a small victories page in Johanna Basford and see if I can do something really pretty using all these supplies. I'm confident that I can. I'm really excited to do that part of the video. So bled through. On to the next page. And this is why I picked something in the middle, because I was curious. And then okay here. So bled through and then on to the next page. But, and that's not fully dry yet, but it's not very streaky. So that's kind of cool. I think the real thing that's going to happen here is you won't get much out of this marker. I don't anticipate that it's going to last very long. Let's just do one more. Let's do a bright yellow. You can definitely see it. Okay. Pretty good. So not bad. I'm really excited, like I said, to see what this looks like on some high quality paper. At the end of the video, I've got work to do because after I film this portion, I'm gonna find a page in here and try to color the entire page with all these things. So markers, so far so good. Okay, if you're just looking to color something quick, you know, I think this will do the trick. Just know that for this extremely thin paper, it is, for a water-based marker, it is bleeding through. All right, let's try these gel pens. And what did I mean, they're called gel pens. Go with the purple. And let's do this one here. So it's so smooth, very glittery. I mean, this is like a pen. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Very purple. This is the purple one. I mean, this is great. You guys, comment if you already knew that there were some really great dupes out there for the expensive glitter gel pens. That looks fantastic. And that's better than this gel roll. At this angle, let me pick it up. Let me pick up the book and see. Yeah, or that's the purple. Actually, that's a darker purple. Yeah, I mean, they both look really great. These side by side look like they could have been the same supply. That looks really awesome. I might be buying some more of these. Now, there's not a lot of colors. Let's definitely do the yellow, which may be closest to a gold, and the silver. Oh, this one's got something from the cap of the pen in here. Oh, it's broken. This one's broken. Well, let's see if it still works. It does. Now this is yellow, more yellow than it is gold, and it looks like a yellow pen, but it could pass for a yellowy gold. That is really pretty. So that's this one, and that's that one. I would say these are almost kind of like the same type of thing. I did say the sizes, right? One's a 1 millimeter and the other one is a 0.7, so it's a little bit smaller tip, finer tip. But these are basically like same idea, except for this one comes with 8. I don't know. Okay, it'll close. That's good. All right, let's try the silver. It's actually making my day right now. I'm like really excited that these, I might have to go buy a ton of these. I'm really excited. That looks really good. I'll get back to you once I finish this page about whether or not maybe they have ink up to here. It's going to be interesting to see, like, do they run out really quick and do they start to clog? So I will be able to tell you that too. If I do a page, I'll be able to say, yep, I went to use them the second time, and that hasn't happened yet. I'm just saying that is one thing I will test, is whether or not they dry out or clog. That is awesome. I'm so excited. This one's not starting as well. Okay, there it goes. Orange. Ooh. My favorites. These and these. All right, the last thing that I had to try was the Crafters metallic marker. Now, it doesn't say that I need to shake this. It looks like I may not need to. So this kind of reminds me of, like, it's not a paint pen. I mean, this is like a Sharpie. I don't know if you guys can see that. That looks pretty good. Let's see if that one bled. We know the gels, well, that one didn't as much, but most all the gel pens have bled through somewhat. The markers bled through the most. And then this metallic marker actually did not bleed through. This is nice. And this is a cheap, so it came by itself, but that's $1.25 for one metallic marker. So this is a good option if you're looking for something. If you go through a lot of these, this could be a good option for you. All right, so this is dried a little bit more. Now it does look like it's peeling the paper a little bit. So this paper is really, really thin. The paper is damaged a little bit, but there's no streakiness there. That actually looks really good. You can kind of tell that it's damaging the paper. So, okay, I've tested the supplies. Next up, I will off camera select a page and try to do the whole page using what I've got here. And then I will also select a page out of Johanna Basford's Small Victories. And again, use a combination of these supplies and that page as well. And then kind of show you what I've got. Really looking forward to it. Okay, so I am back with my completed pages using nothing but the Dollar Tree supplies that I hauled, and I'm pretty excited to share with you what I was able to accomplish. So first up, in the Dollar Tree coloring book, Inspiring Color Designs, I finished this page with the 3 feathers, and I really like the way that it turned out. It's actually very pretty. I really enjoyed the gel pens more than anything. I will say, so the colored pencil like barely showed up on this paper. It's hard to see. It's very faint, and I was pressing pretty firm with the pencil there. Of course, as I showed earlier, the marker did bleed through. This page is intact though. It's pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of bleed through, but it's not a lot. So not bad, if I do say so myself. I really like how it turned out. I'm very satisfied with this. All right, and then I took the same Dollar Tree supplies and then colored in a nicer paper with Johanna Basford's Small Victories. And I chose this butterfly page, and I also, it's good. It's not my favorite page that I've ever done, obviously, because I didn't have all the things, but I really like the way this turned out as well. And hopefully you can see that, all the sparkle from the gel pen. I don't know how that's showing up, but I did use a fair amount of the gel pens to do some highlights, and now the colored pencil showed up a lot better on this paper than the other from the Dollar Tree book. I did use the same color palette. I looked one up on Pinterest, and I don't think I saved it, but I looked up a bright colored palette. I wanted to limit the color scheme, so I used the same gel pens, markers, and colored pencils on both pages. But I really like that, guys. Not bad. It was hard to do shading, and I did I tested the supplies in the Johanna Basford paper first, but so I didn't use initially a page protector underneath, but then I realized that because I was pressing so hard with the pencil here, there was a little bit of transfer. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I was pressing so hard that some of the ink from this print on this page was transferring onto this page just a little bit. So it's not bad. And then afterwards I put a protective sheet in between, but that's it. That's my two challenge pages for Dollar Tree haul supplies, and I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. You can, in fact, make something really pretty out of just a few supplies that you can get inexpensive supplies from Dollar Dollar Tree. Now I really enjoyed doing this. I think I'm gonna probably do some more at some point, not sure when, because you also have Dollar General, you've got Five Below here in the US, and actually Five Below has quite a few things. They have a wide selection of their store brand art supplies. I wouldn't buy all of it, but I'd buy some things that I'm interested in. Then you got kind of, Walmart, Target. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.